Oh. And welcome back to Greenwood softball for the second game of the doubleheader. We started off leadoff batter for Greenbrier was out. We are now sitting on the number 2 batter, number 4, Ali Colias, center fielder. Strong hit to shortstop, throw over to first, and an easy play. 6-3 on the putout. Morgan Coryell, shortstop for Greenwood. Easy throw over to first base for Paige Pugh. Number 3 batter, Ella Thornley. Number 13, Ella Thornley for Greenbrier, fouls it off. Pitching for Greenwood, number 11, Haley McAdams. Little outside there for Haley. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called strike for the 3rd out. And Greenwood sets them down 1-2-3. Heading into now the bottom of the first. 0-0. Greenwood's lineup doesn't change much, as you noticed. Starting top of the first, the pitcher had changed. Haley McAdams. Previous game, she was the designated pitcher, and now she comes in, replace Tori Howard as the pitcher. But leading off will be Tori Howard, just like the first game of this doubleheader. Pitcher for Greenbrier, number 1, Ella. No, I'm sorry. That's not number 1. That's number 13, Ella Thornley, senior pitcher. Ella Thornley was the designated player in the first game, and those duties will now be handled by the pitcher, Shelby Hardy, from the first game. So, same idea as Greenwood, coach, on alternating designated player with pitcher from game to game.
The pitcher, Tori Howard.
Tori Howard now is going to lead off for Greenwood, just like in the previous game. Ella Thornley, pitcher for Greenbrier. Sharp hit to shortstop. Throw to first base for the 6-3 putout. Sophie Schreiber, our Greenbrier shortstop, throws over to Carly Hughes for the 6-3 out. 1 out there for Greenwood, as Tori had a good hit, but shortstop was able to track it down. Ireland Cooper now up to bat. She's a speedster for Greenwood. Anything she can get on the ground, she can usually hustle out to first base. Leadoff pitch was a strike from Ella Thornby, Greenbrier pitcher. Here's our pitch. 1 out, 1 strike. Ireland was choked up there, ready to slap that down and then try to speed it, run it out with her speed. Next up is Daisy Parker. Here's the pitch, showing bunt again. And it's an outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing. Little popper up between first and right. Nope. And the right first baseman steps out of play in the foul territory and makes the catch. So fly to 3 for the second out. Daisy Parker now up for Greenwood.
Now batting, number 22, the left fielder, Daisy Parker.
Still got some blue skies here at Greenwood. A little bit of clouds off to the west. Strike call for Daisy Parker. 2 outs now for Greenwood here in the bottom of the first. Here's our pitch to Daisy Parker. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That ball had it looked like a strike when it left the hand, but it just kept tailing to the outside, to the glove hand of the pitcher. So the Greenwood girls have got to readjust to this new pitcher, and the pitches that she throws are a little different than what first game pitcher was throwing at them. Once they kind of zoned in on her at that first game pitcher, they started hitting really good. And we got a ball inside 2-2. Three and 2, full count for Daisy Parker. Ella Thornley trying to work her way out of this inning. No damage done at the top of the first. Little hit dribble ball to second base. She plays it up off the heel of her glove. Keeps it in front of her, but was not able to make the play. So Greenwood has a runner now on first base. Daisy Parker with the single. Now up to bat, Bree Taylor.
Bree Taylor.
Just on the outside corner to Bree for strike 1. 2 outs for Greenwood. Ella Thornley for Greenbrier trying to work herself out of this inning with a strikeout here at home plate. 1 runner on. Good hit to left field, just over the outstretched hand of Malia Smith. Daisy Parker will score easy from first. Bree gets her a second or a double. Nice hit by Bree Taylor, just over the outstretched arm of the left fielder Malia Smith.
Now batting, number 15, the catcher, Riley Cowart.
Riley Cowart, number 15, our catcher for again tonight, comes up to bat with the runner on second base. And 1 run scored. And 1 strike. Greenwood trying to add some more points with 2 outs on the board. 0-1 for Riley Cowart. 1-1 now. Bree Taylor sitting out there on second base. Base hit scores her. She'll be rounding third base hard, trying to make Greenbrier make a play. 1-1. Hard hit over the left or the third baseman's head. She couldn't reach it. That's going to score Bree from second base. Single for Riley Coward. And Greenwood starts off with some nice hitting after 2 outs to start. So with 2 runs on the board by Greenwood, Daisy Parker scored and Bree Taylor scored. Riley Coward's sitting on first base now. And now, coming up to bat, number 11, Haley McAdams, our pitcher. Two outs. I believe that was a called ball. Steele, throw down to second. She's going to keep on running. Coach Hart got her attention. Here she comes to third base. There's a throw, not in time, and it bounces off the third base dugout screen. Riley Cowart stole second, bad throw, and advanced over to third base. So now, runner on third. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. With Haley McAdams, swing and a miss. I think Haley had pictures of home run swing. She was looking at the fence, ready to watch that ball fly out. The flag moving a little bit, still blowing out from the north. Good hit down third base line. Foul ball called. 1-2. 2 outs. Runner on third. Riley Cowart sitting down there on third base. She's ready to score. Looking at her pitcher, Haley McAdams, saying, "Knock me in, teammate. I'm ready to get there." And just hang another number on the scoreboard. A little dribbler to second base. She'll pick it up, underhand it to first for the 3rd out. And Greenwood goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters came to bat for a 2-run lead heading into the top of the 2nd for Greenwood.
1 error, 1 left on base, 2 runs plated. Greenwood now leads by a score of 2-0.
Greenwood started off the way they finished the first game, getting the bat on the ball, making the Greenbrier players move around. Starting off the first game, Greenwood was hitting it right to the location that the Greenbrier defense had taken up. They weren't having to move very much, but as that first game went on, Greenwood started being able to move the ball around, putting in the places where defense wasn't, and they picked up with that same strategy here, starting off from the top of the second game. Heading into top of the 2nd now, Greenbrier brings number 20, Shelby Hardy, to the plate to start the inning. First pitch is a ball. Haley McAdams in the circle. Ball hit right back to Haley. She gloves it, throws to first for the easy 1-3 put out. Carly Hughes now up to bat for Greenbrier. First baseman for Greenbrier. She steps in asking for time. And one out. Blue like that. I liked it. Strike one for Haley McAdams on Carly Hughes with Greenbrier batter. Lefty batter looking to pull it down right field. Little dribbler to third. Bree comes up with the ball, throws it over to Paige Pugh for an easy number 2 out for the inning. That's how you practice it. That's how you draw it up. That's how Coach Hart expects it to go during the game. Up now, number 6, Casey Saunders for Greenbrier. Catcher for Greenbrier. Strike one called. 2-0 Greenwood. Here's the pitch from Haley McAdams. A little on the outside for ball one. If you found softball and you're looking for baseball, you'll have to back out just a little bit at Greenwood Sports Center. There's a live baseball game going, being broadcast and streamed by the Greenwood Sports Center crew for baseball. Also playing Greenbrier tonight. I believe they're in their second game of a doubleheader. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Casey Saunders up to bat for Greenbrier. Hit it off the end of the bat, foul, over to first base dugout. Happy to have you here tuning in for Game 2 of the Greenwood softball team's doubleheader. Greenwood won the first game by a run rule, 12-2. A little inside pitch there by Haley McAdams, keeping everybody honest. With the 10-point difference, Greenwood was able to run rule Greenbrier. Hit sharp to shortstop. Morgan Coriel fielded it, had to bobble just a bit. It was a hard hit ball right at her and could not quite get the ball across the field to Paige Pugh for a single hit by Casey Saunders.
Number
16, Malia Smith now comes to bat. Looks like we've got a pinch runner coming over here to first base for Greenbrier. The pinch runner, Trisha Langill, number 22 for Greenbrier. Here is the pitch. Malia Smith. Runner advanced down the second base on the ball. 2 outs for Greenbrier. Runners in scoring position. Now batting number 2, Mackenzie Jackson. Malia Smith was hit by pitch, and so that moved her down to first base. Runners on first and second now. Here's the pitch. Swing. Little dribbler to second base. She'll catch and pitch over to first for the easy out for Greenwood, as Ireland Cooper, a little soft toss over to Paige Pugh for out number 3. 4-3 for the easy put out at first base. Next up for Greenbrier will be Kristen Colias at the start of the top of the third. Greenwood leads going into the bottom of the second, 2-0. Next up, Paige Pugh for Greenwood. Paige Pugh is one of our seniors tonight. Seniors that'll be seeing plenty of action tonight in tonight's second game. Are Charlie Taylor, number 17, Riley Cowart, number 15, Paige Pugh, number 18, and Ireland Cooper, number 1. And Paige will be leading off this inning, followed by Natalie Horn.
Now batting, number 18, the first baseman, Paige Pugh.
Paige Pugh's in the batter's box waiting on the first pitch. At the bottom of the second, kicks off. The ball's outside. And a strike call. I don't know that Paige should have reached that if Paige had a 4-foot bat. Blues kind of expanded the zone there as we get into the bottom of the second. 1-1 for Paige Pugh. That ball got away from the Greenbrier pitcher. Just kept tailing away. So he had a little bit of spin on it. Ella Thornley with Greenbrier in the circle tonight. Pitch inside, hard hit to third base. Third baseman missed it. Shortstop dove just past her glove, and Paige ends up on a single hit off to the left side of the field. Good hitting by Paige. Greenbrier's defense made valiant efforts to get to it. Number 21, Natalie Horn now coming up. She's gotten her signal from Coach down on third base.
Number 21, the center fielder, Natalie Horn.
Coach Harder's got a series of signals he gives his batters as they come. Swing just off the hands, go over to first base. They throw it to second for the force. It pulls Sophie Schreiber off of second for a safe call. And we've got runners on first and second now for Greenwood with no outs. No argument from the Greenbrier bench. They agreed that it pulled off the shortstop before the runner got there.
Charlie Taylor.
Number 17, Charlie Taylor, now up to bat. Ball outside. Runners on first and second. No outs. Greenwood threatening now. A chance to crack this game wide open as well by putting a couple more scores on the board. Greenbrier pitcher has the call from the dugout. Ball low for Charlie, 2-0. Ella Thornley doing her best to make Charlie work. Strike. That's consistent now with what we saw last time with that outside glove hand side of the pitcher being called a strike by the home plate blue. Here's the pitch inside, right on her hand. She pulled the bat back to 3-1. We'll see if Greenbrier tries to throw her something she can hit or send her down to first base to load the bases up. Hit to short. Short bobbles it. Tries to make the play to second. Blue calls her out as a force to second. And now we've got runners on the corners with one out. It was a bang-bang play as Natalie ran to second for the force. Now runners at first and third. Charlie Taylor with a little single fielder's choice. Fielder's choice. Charlie takes second on the steal with no throwdown. Now we have runners at first and second. 1 out. 1 ball. No strikes. As I play catch up on the scoreboard. Dribbler down right side first base. Torrey Howard up to bat. 1 ball, 1 strike with that foul ball. Two outs now. As I catch up on the outs. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Dribbler to third base. Called foul. It was right there on the line. Blue was quick to call that foul. That's Paige standing on third base. She's anxious to get home and add a score. Here's the pitch just inside. For ball 2. 2-2 now. Torrey's ready in the box. Here's the pitch. Outside. That's a scary pitch because Blue has been calling it as a strike. Full count. Here's our pitch. It's called strike. For the second out. I got ahead of myself while ago. 2 outs now.
Now batting, number 1.
Ireland Cooper, number 1, our second baseman. Coming up to hit. She shows bunt. We'll see if their corners crash. She pulls the bat back. Little bloop swing over left field. She's running. She misplayed it. It's going to go to the fence. Here comes Ireland. Ireland's got the speed for Linda Parker, and she's held up at third. And that's a triple for Ireland Cooper. She has the speed. Went to the fence. Thought Coach Hart might send her to try to get another run.
22, Daisy Parker.
But an excellent hit by Ireland Cooper as Daisy Parker comes in to the batter's box. Hit to second base. She slaps at it. That's going to score Ireland from third. Great hit there by Daisy Parker. Greenwood adds another run in this inning. For a 5-0 score by Greenwood. Bree Taylor steps in with a runner on first. 5-0 Greenwood. Fouled that one back. 4 strike 1. Nice little 2-out rally going on by the Greenwood softball team. These girls are excited to be going. Looks like they may be into the state tournament as a number 2 seed in their conference. Hit up the middle. Second baseman slides over, makes a little toss. Too high. No, is anybody covering third? Yes, they are. And Daisy makes it over to third base. And Bree all the way down to second. Greenbrier just got a little ahead of themselves. Bree's on second. Daisy Parker all the way down to third as Greenwood threatens to score with runners in scoring position.
Senior Riley Cowart.
Riley Cowart comes to bat. Hits back up the middle. Pitcher can't make a play. Shortstop comes in, fields it, and throws to first for the third out. 6-3 on your put out for the third out. Greenwood scores 3 runs in the bottom of the second to go ahead 5-0. If you're just tuning in, this is the second game of the doubleheader against Greenbrier tonight here at the Greenwood Softball Complex. Greenwood won the first game 12-2 after the run rule that was called. I want to make sure I get this right for those who maybe weren't here. But run rule was 10 after 6. So 12-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Game was called for the run rule. And now as we head into the top of the third, Greenwood leads 5-0. Krista Krista Colias. I don't have a pronunciation guide tonight for that name. But Krista, number 3 for Greenbrier. She is their right fielder. Greenwood pitcher for the second game tonight is Haley McAdams. Haley's done well. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. Pitched to 6 batters in the top of the second. So she's looking to get back to that 1-2-3 action now as we go into the top of the third. 5-0 Greenwood over Greenbrier. Here's the pitch. Strike call, outside corner. Little bloop hit out to left center. It's in between defensive players off the wall. Thrown in by Daisy Parker for a double, stand-up double by Krista Colios. Again, I apologize to any Greenbrier fans that might be tuning in. I'm going to say Colias. Sophie Schrader, shortstop for Greenbrier. Swing and a miss. Way out in front for strike 1. Sophie Schreiber in for Greenbrier. 1-1. No outs. Runner on second for Greenbrier. Trying to put some points on the scoreboard as Greenwood's up 5-0. Little bunt went foul down the left third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 for Sophie. Little rise ball to second base over to Miss Pugh. She throws across to Bree. Bree handles the ball, kept it out of the third base dugout. As Greenbrier's Krista Colias moves over to third with a 4-3 put out at first base for the first out of the inning. Now we've got a runner at third for Greenbrier threatening to score. Haley McAdams got her work cut out for her with 1 out. See if she can get those out here at home plate. Lays down the bunt. It goes foul down third baseline. Greenbrier's playing traditional softball. trying to move those runners around, get them in the scoring position, and let's bunt them home and make the defense make the choice. 1 out. They can afford to do that if they're looking to get 1 run in this inning. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ali Calais in the batter's box. Ball's outside. 2-1 for Greenbrier's batter. Here's the pitch inside. Straight to Bree at third base. She looks her back, throws the Paige Pugh over on first base. And you like to see that. Held that runner there at third for the second out. 5-3. Bree played that great, just like you wanted, just like you practiced. She caught the ball, made sure she had control, looked at the third base runner just to let her know, I know you're here, and then made that tough throw across the Page at first. Another hard hit to third to Bree. She throws it to Page for the third out. Easy. 1-2-3. Defensive play. 5-3 for the third out of the inning. Greenwood avoids any runs being scored as Greenbrier leaves 1 runner on. So heading into the bottom of this third inning, Greenwood is ahead 5-0. They've maintained that lead, worked their way out of trouble. Bottom of the third. 5-0. Due up for Greenwood. Haley McAdams, Greenwood's pitcher, have an opportunity to come in, see if she can add to her lead. I'm sure Greenwood's thinking run rule will be another nice way to get out of this game early. Put it to bed as a 2-0 night.
Now batting number 11, the pitcher, Haley McAdams.
Leading off in the bottom of the third, Haley McAdams, Greenwood's pitcher, in the batter's box. First pitch, ball high, way outside for Greenbrier pitcher Ella Thornley. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and hit just over second base. Out to right center. She's going to get a stand-up double for Haley McAdams. She was happy to show up there on second base with an easy double. Runner on second.
Now batting number 18, the senior, first baseman, Paige Pugh.
Senior Paige Pugh, number 18, plays first base tonight for Greenwood. There's a little conversation happening behind home plate between batter, catcher, and umpire. Everything seems to be fine. And here we go. First pitch to Paige Pugh, bottom of the third. A little low. Don't know what that was all about. Didn't see anything happen, but there was a conversation there. So. Here's the pitch. A little high, but outside, and called a strike. Blue likes that. I don't think any of the girls have a bat long enough to hit it, but he likes that call for a strike. Haley McAdams standing on second base. She's waiting for a base hit out of Paige Pugh. Swing and hit down third base line. It's going to go to the left field. Runners are going to score. Haley McAdams comes in to make it 6-0. Paige Pugh gets a nice stand-up single out of that. And Natalie Horn now comes to bat with a runner on first.
Now batting, number 21, Natalie Horn.
6-0 Greenwood, bottom of the third inning. Natalie Horn looking to move runners around. Ball a little low. Ella Thornley in the circle for Greenbrier. She gets the signal from third base dugout coach. Ball gets through the legs of the catcher. Easy steal down to second base for Paige Pugh. And runner advances. 1-1 now. No outs for Greenwood. Paige Pugh now standing on second base. Natalie Horn, 1-1. Little bunt, drops it. Foul ball called. Had a little bit of backspin, came straight back to the catcher. And catcher grabbed it in foul territory. 1-2. Natalie Horn working hard. She wants to get that RBI. Looking to get a base hit. A little high. 2-2. Greenwood boys playing Greenbrier across the way. They're in the second game of their doubleheader. I believe they lost the first game closely. Swing and hit down to third base. Here comes Paige Pugh to third. Stand up. And Natalie Horn gets her a single. And she's standing on first base now. It was a hard hit ball down to Haley Parker, third baseman for Greenbrier. She got her glove on it, but it squirted out, got away from her. And so now we've got runners on the corners with Charlie Taylor coming up to bat with no outs. She's a dangerous hitter. There goes the steal down to second by Natalie. Everybody knew that was going to happen. And so now runners on second and third with no outs. Base hit's going to score 2 by Charlie. And she's looking for more RBIs. And a ball there for Charlie. Hit between first and second. That's going to score 2. Here comes Natalie Horn, hard charging to home plate for the second score. Stand-up single for Charlie Taylor as she gets 2 RBIs on that hit, scoring Paige Pugh and Natalie Horn. So Charlie standing there on first base, talking to coach, getting her signal so she knows what she's going to do. Not an obvious steal situation with Tori Howard coming up to bat, but Charlie will be on her horse. She'll be ready to go with the swing. The ball's not in the air. If the ball is in the air, she'll stay tagged up. Otherwise, she'll be running on the swing. Gets her a little lead there for ball 1. Still no outs. Tori steps in the batter's box and waits the pitch. Swing right back up the middle. Chance for 2. And force out at second base as the pitcher throws the shortstop that was covering for the force. So that gets Charlie. Tori sitting over there on first base now. She'll get a pinch runner for her.
Shorts. Number 1, the senior, Ireland Cooper.
Shortstop collided with second base with Greenbrier. They seem to be okay now. Pinch runner on first base for Greenwood. Looks like I missed the number. Who is that pinch running?
Morgan Coryell.
Okay. Morgan Coryell pinch running. She's the flex player, so she has that opportunity to go in there and be the flex runner. Ireland Cooper up to bat. She's got a strike. And we've got one out. Swing and hit. Strike to second base. She scoops it up, tosses it to first. Mackenzie Jackson over to Carly Hughes. Greenbrier's second out now recorded. And that moves the runner down to second base.
Now batting, number 22, Daisy Parker.
Daisy Parker, number 22, left field for Greenwood tonight. She's in the batter's box now. First pitch called strike. 2 outs now. Greenwood ahead 8-0. They put 3 runs up on the scoreboard so far. Now with the 2 outs, they're looking to rally and add some more. Daisy Parker has 1 strike. Just a little on the outside. 1-1. Steal and add to third base. High throw. No tag was late. As Morgan Coryell runs down the third for a steal. 1-1 now for Daisy Parker. Base hit scores. Little hit up the middle. Pitcher couldn't handle it. Second base says, I got it. She throws high. And infield blue says she came off the bag on the throw. It was a high throw to Carly, Greenbrier's first baseman, and it pulled her off. And so Daisy Parker is standing down there on first base. Bree Taylor now stands in the box. Pitch on the outside for a ball. Sun's low just on top of the treetops. Batter's got to deal with it. They're not quite in the shade. Pitch on the inside. Throw down as the steal is made. Throw was late. Tag was late. And Daisy Parker is down on second base now. Runner on second, definitely scoring position with Daisy Parker there. She's got some speed. Bree calls time and backs out. That sun's right in her eyes. Shades up in front of home plate. Right in between. Hard hit the shortstop. If she gloves it cleanly, throws to first for the third out. Sophie Schreiber, shortstop for Greenbrier, throws across the field to Carly Hughes for the third out. On Bree Taylor's hit.
Greenwood placed 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 error with 2 left on base. Greenwood now leads by a score of 9-0.
4 runs now as I got behind there, folks. 9-0. Greenwood. I'll have to check and double check on what the run rule is. I think you got to go 5. Or no, we got to go 4. So
we got to get 12.
Do what?
12, 10, 8 after 4, 5, 6. So 12 runs after 4, 10
12 after 4, 10 after 5. Okay. All right. So there's a little bit of a difference there. Riley Cowart will be up next for Greenwood in the bottom of the fourth. And as we head into the top of the fourth, looks like Shelby Hardy for Greenbrier, their designated pitch player, will be coming up top of the fourth. Greenbrier just needs to score some runs if they want to prolong this game. Still pitching for Greenwood, Haley McAdams. Swing and a miss for Shelby Hardy. They're coming up swinging. They know they need the runs to prolong this game. And so they're going to press a little bit, I think, trying to put some balls in play. And Haley McAdams is going to throw strikes. I mean, she's not up there throwing change-up and curves. And I mean, she's throwing strikes. And she wants these batters to swing. Just a little on the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Shelby. Foul ball down the first baseline to the dugout. Sun's just behind, almost behind the trees. Little bloop over to first base. Paige Pugh says, "I got this. Everybody stay away." Nice little blooper ball for the first out.
Now batting number 15, Carly Hughes.
Carly Hughes, first baseman for Greenbrier, number 15, now up to bat. She's a lefty. Looking to put the ball into play as well. One out now. And 1 ball. A little high from Haley McAdams, pitcher for Greenwood tonight. She was the designated player in the first game as Tori Howard pitched, and so they've swapped positions. Pitch inside, little blooper out to left field, gets down in front of Daisy Parker. Nothing she could do. She was playing back, wasn't going to get beat by a ball hit to the fence. So now you've got a runner on first for Greenbrier. That was Carly Hughes with a single. Casey Saunders, number 6, catcher for Greenbrier, now up to bat. Swing and a miss by Casey. That shadow's getting closer and closer to home plate. A little on the outside there. Riley Cowart, she's looking for that chance to throw behind the runner if they get too big of a lead. Carly Hughes is pushing. Here comes the little dribbler to second. She's going to tag and throw to first for the double play. Unassisted. Ireland Cooper with the tag, and then the toss over to Page for the third out for the nice, easy, simple, look like they do it all the time, double play. A little grounder. Was kind of wondering if that was going to make it to Ireland or not, but it did on that little dribbler. So let's see, second base unassisted. So a U4-3 for the third out for those scoring at home. Malia Smith will lead off top of the 5th for Greenbrier. Greenbrier threatened a little bit. They had runners on. And Greenwood did their job, played good solid defense. Haley McAdams gave them some balls that in the strike zone. Says swing at it. My defense will do the job that they prepared for. Riley Cowart is our leadoff batter here at the bottom of the fourth. 9-0 Greenwood. If I understand right, we need to score 3 runs to make it 12-0. 12 after 4, and then 10 after 5 for the run rule call. Or it's an odd night. The flag in center field here at the softball field is limp, laying against the pole. Bright sun coming from the northwest, but the flag in front of the freshman center is stiff as a board, blowing toward the south. So baseball is seeing some pretty stout wind over there, and we don't see any wind here at the softball fields. So it's interesting, all within about a 5-acre spot. We've got wind at one corner is 0 and wind in the other corner. Pretty stout, probably 10, 15 mile an hour. Still around 70 degrees here in Greenwood at 7:26. And number 15, Riley Cowart. She's up there. She's ready. Blue comes to the home plate. Just waiting on a catcher from Greenbrier. And Ella Thornley still pitching, looks like, for Greenbrier. Bottom of the fourth. Here's our pitch to get started. Strike one called. It's been that way all night long. He likes that outside corner. Tails away, glove side of the pitcher. And I really don't think any batter could touch it. They just can't reach that far. Swing and a hit, pop up into first baseman. She calls it. Carly Hughes says, I have it for the first out of the inning. Haley McAdams, Greenwood's pitcher tonight. She's up now, looking to put some more runs on the scoreboard.
Number 11, Haley McAdams.
First pitch. Ball low on Haley. 1-0, 1 out. Greenwood leads 9-0 in the second game of the doubleheader tonight against Greenbrier. That ball gets away. 2 balls. It looks like a little bit of an off-speed pitch, but it just starts tailing immediately out of the pitcher's hand to her glove side. Here's the pitch. Swing and a hit to shortstop, bounces off of her glove. And that'll get a single for Haley McAdams. Shortstop Sophie Schreiber, she really didn't have a chance. She got her glove in front of it, but it was just too much pepper on that hit, where all she could do was swipe at it and try to knock it down.
Now batting, number 18, the senior, Paige Pugh.
First baseman Paige Pugh up to bat. She's one of our seniors tonight. Number 18. One ball. And 1 out. Runner on first is Haley McAdams, and she's looking to go steal that second base any chance she gets. Outside pitch for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. For Paige. A little bloop, a little short. She's going to come in. Can't quite get there. And that gives us runners on first and second with a little stand-up single by Paige hit towards shortstop. It was a tough play. If Sophie Schreiber did anything with it, it was just to stop it, keep it from getting into the outfield. Now runners on first and second.
21, Natalie Horn.
Natalie Horn's up. Center fielder, she's looking to score. That's hit left center between. It's in the gap. It's going to go to the wall. That's going to score 2. And Natalie will have a stand-up double as it's misplayed on the cutoff. Greenbrier's third baseman, Hallie Parker, stops it. But that scores Haley McAdams and Paige Pugh for 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 4th. For a score of 11-0. 1 out. Runner on second. Is Natalie Horn. Nice little double for Natalie. Hit the gap between left and center. They were playing straight up. They weren't cheating over. They weren't shifted over for Natalie at all. And so when she hit it straight away left center in the gap, nobody was there. Made it all the way to the wall, which brings up Charlie Taylor now, looking to do some more damage. Swing and a miss. 1 out for Greenwood. 11-0. Runner on second. Push this runner across, and I believe we're going to head into another run rule situation. Foul ball. 0-2 on Charlie. Charlie's another one of our seniors, number 17. Been playing right field tonight in both games, and she's headed to Carl Albert College to play softball, continuing her career as a softball player. She's excited about that. Outside for a ball, 1-2. It's always exciting to talk to these players that are going to get to extend their career into the college ranks. Whole different world over there in college and how they play and the speed of the game. Everybody's as good as you. 2-2 now. 1 out for Greenwood. Charlie looking to knock this run in and end it with a run rule. 11-0 Greenwood. Second game of the doubleheader against Greenbrier. Just a little on the outside. Full count now for Charlie. She's either going to have to foul a few off till she gets something she can work with, or maybe get the walk here. Here's the pitch. Inside, that's going to walk her down to first base. Runners at first and second. And that pushes us back to the top of the lineup for Tori Howard, who's being subbed for
number 0,
Morgan Coriel. She's our flex player and our shortstop. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, shortstop on defense. So Morgan getting a chance to bat tonight now. A little high. Runner's going to advance to third and second on the bad pitch. So now runners on second and third. It gets us out of the double play. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runners are in scoring position, ready to go on the swing. A little outside, 2-0. Two and 0, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Ball 3. Greenbrier may load it up to make a force out at all positions, all bases. 3-0. Here comes the pitch. Looking to lay down a bunt. Inside. We're base on balls. She walked her. Got a feeling that may have been the plan all along. Bases are loaded. I think that's number 3 for Greenwood.
Now batting, number 3, Briley Rothgar.
Riley Rockfar. Number 3. Up to bat. She's a pinch hitter. Ball called strike. Here's the pitch, 0-1. Swing and hit. It's a blooper over the shortstop, and it's going to land in the grass for a score run. 2 runs. That leaves runners on first and third. 2 across the plate for a score of 13-0.
Guess we have to get to 50.
And now number 23. Lakin. I don't have her last name, unfortunately.
Now batting, number 23, Lakin Dawson.
Lakin Dawson now up to bat. Runners on first and third now. Hit foul down the right field line, off over into the audience. The spectators had a little surprise coming at them. 1-1 now for Lakin Dawson. Four runs scored so far. Looking to add more. A little outside. Here comes the runner from third on the wild pitch. And she scores easily. Morgan Coriel scoring from third base. And that advanced the runner from second over to third. 2 balls, 1 strike for Lakin Dawson. Here's her pitch. Right down the middle. 2-2. You got to pull the string on that one. Lakin Dawson gets ready. 1 out for Greenwood. Swing and a hit high to right field. Right fielder's moving back. It moved on her a little bit, but Krista Colias got it. Was not in a hurry to get it in, and that scores our runner that was on third base. And run rule ball game has been called with 14-0 in Greenwood's favor. We want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight to Greenwood Sports Center to watch the Greenwood softball team play a doubleheader against Greenbrier, and they won both. So 2-0 tonight, both won by run rules, 12-2 and 14-0. So for Greenwood Lady Softball Team, Greenwood Sports Center, and the Greenwood Public Schools, this is Stuart Leonard signing off from Greenwood Sports Center live stream.